At the end of 2024, we had 2 new fighter jets, a new AWACS, and the launch of the Type 76 amphibious assault ship. And now, a few days into 2025, we have this. This is allegedly footage of the first flight of the H-20, the Chinese stealth bomber. The H-20 has been in development for quite a few years now. In 2022 there were rumors of an imminent first flight, but then nothing happened. It was supposed to appear at the recent Zhuhai Air Show, but nothing happened. And now we have this short clip, which is everything we have at the moment of writing. The first question is this legit or fake? Well, I am no expert, but I loaded the clip in DaVinci Resolve, which is the software I use for editing the videos, and I zoomed in as much as I could. I did not notice any strange artifacts that could make me think to computer graphics or anything like that. It is probably sharpened by the phone camera, but otherwise it seems quite legit to me from this point of view. There are a couple of strange elements though. One is the single central contrail, as if the aircraft had only one engine, which seems bizarre for a relatively heavy bomber like the H-20 is expected to be. The other is the chase aircraft. It may seem a J-16 or a J-11 at first sight, but the angle under which we see the chase and the bomber seem different. And also I can see no trace of the tail stinger. Even the silhouette as a whole is not entirely convincing. Moreover, there is another slightly different version of this video where the corner of a red building appears for a fraction of a second and the perspective is not entirely convincing either. So I can't conclusively say whether the H-20 video is real or fake. However, for the sake of this video, I am assuming that the clip is real just to analyze what we have seen. So what follows need to be taken with an excavator bucket of salt. The first element to notice is the size. An eyeball estimate is that it is twice as long and with twice the wingspan of the flanker. This is roughly consistent with the idea that the H-20 should be a long-range strategic bomber. The very fact that it is with a chase plane means that it is either the first or an early flight. So the aircraft is still in early testing and it may well take many years from now before the first unit is deployed. The other noteworthy element is it is not a flying wing. So there is a classic swept-back wing with a high aspect ratio, which is to be expected for an aircraft that is designed to cruise at high subsonic speed for long distances. I would not be surprised if this wing, bar the usual stealth implements, was more or less similar to the wing of an airliner. The wing sweep angle seems to vary, and the inner section is probably linked to the fuselage with an increasing sweep angle. In the middle, there is a well-defined fuselage, which is quite large. I do expect that the aircraft belly to be more or less flat, and the fuselage to be squished a little bit, with the engine intakes above it. To be honest, in October, a picture circulated on socials allegedly showing the H-20 on the runway. I can't say how legit this is, but it seems reasonable overall. With that came a picture of the aircraft in flight, so this would not be the first flight, which is more or less compatible with what we have seen in the video. The aircraft tail suggests a flat shape and two short and stubby V-tail surfaces, and this is probably a very shallow V, like shown in some speculative renders, which is quite puzzling. In the light of what we have recently seen with the so-called J-36, the Chinese are surely capable of building a tailless design. The two tail surfaces seem to be a large contributor to the aircraft radar signature, and you don't want this in a stealth bomber. So while the tail and silhouette seems compatible with a stealth geometry, the two surfaces are quite strange indeed. I have seen some animations on the internet in which the tail surfaces move from being horizontal to vertical, but that would be an immense complication and a lot of extra weight on the tail for really questionable benefits, so I believe we can definitely exclude that. However, in general, this configuration doesn't seem to be particularly stealthy from behind, which is strange in itself, and we need to see more and learn more about the aircraft to understand the reasons of this choice. And to be honest, I'm still puzzled by that single contrail. Could this be a large drone with a single engine rather than the Bomba? I don't know. Anyway, maybe this is all fake and this video is for nothing, which is pretty frustrating. However, this is not the end of Chinese-themed content. There's plenty to talk about the other Chinese new systems, and we will do it in the following days. So stay tuned. So thank you very much for watching this short video. It's great to have had your attention even on such a shaky foundations. Thank you very much to all those who support the channel on Patreon or by being a member or by any of the other means available. Your contribution is invaluable to keep the show running. If you can't contribute financially, which is perfectly fine, do it only if you can, just please subscribe if you haven't yet, hit like, hit the bell, or leave a comment, interact in any way. It helps immensely with the algorithm. So this is it. Thank you very much for watching and see you soon with more Chinese stuff.